Hi guys. I had gloves and I lost them. Hi guys. Welcome to Make With Me Monday. My name is Robyn Smith. It's Monday, which means it's time to make something together. Whew. Are you excited? I'm excited. Today I was thinking, let's make cauldron bath bombs. Not like shaped in a cauldron mold or anything like that. Just cauldron bath bombs. Like so. And these are pretty basic, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm dropping some great secret of making lore onto you, okay? But every year during spooky season, you see the cauldron bath bombs, you see the comments about cauldron bath bombs, and you always see at least one person asking how to make a cauldron bath bomb. And they're always like, do I do anything different? Do I keep it the same? So I'm going to tell you how I do it. Now, I turned off like, I did do not disturb on my phone because I've been getting like a lot of crazy calls. Even though I keep saying like, please put me on my do not call list, on your do not call list. So hopefully, oh, Kelly just answered my question. So Kelly says hi. Because the one time that I did that on the business page, I couldn't see comments. So I didn't know if the two were related, but I guess it's not related. Hi Katie. Oh, I don't know, Kelly, sorry. My sister's name is Kelly. This weekend was my sister and my oldest son's birthday. So y'all, I have a 19-year-old. You know who has 19-year-old kids? Old people. And I mean, I've done this my entire kid's life. I'm always like, you know who has 7-year-old kids? Old people. You know who has 10-year-olds? Old. You know who has teen? And so now it's like, oh my God, he's 19. And he's in the car with me and he's like, next year for my birthday, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, kid, I do not want to think about next year when you're freaking 20 years old. Whoa. Anyway, so we had a big weekend this weekend. Lots of birthdays, lots of celebrations, so. And also it's a holiday in the U.S. If you're in the U.S., happy Labor Day. If you're not in the U.S., happy Monday. April says, what are we making today? So, we're going to make, I think I like the pumpkins. I like the idea of the pumpkins. So let's do the pumpkins. This is a half batch of the high humidity recipe, except that I didn't put any cream of tartar in it. It's the only ingredient that I leave out of my cauldron bombs because it's a hardener and it's expensive and I don't really want them to harden, and there's no reason to put it in there. So I leave that out, and we're gonna leave out binder. So like I said at the beginning, there's lots of people every year, they always ask like, how do you make these? What do you do differently? That's what I do differently. I leave out the binder and the cream of tartar. You can leave everything in. You can put it all in. You can do it however you want to do it. That's how I do it. Lena says it's a holiday in Canada too. Oh, what day is it in Canada? Is it Labor Day as well? What is it? Now I'm curious. So I'm thinking the pumpkins, and I'll mix the citric acid in, then we'll separate it. I'm thinking 2 colors. I'm thinking if we do the pumpkins, we should do them orange and black. We did this like almost exact, we did the same like color theme on a blog post. So maybe I'll throw some hot pink embeds in. That would be kind of cool. Oh, Elena says Labor Day too, probably. Maybe she thinks. Yeah, so let's wait, like maybe we'll make hot pink, orange, and black. It kind of sucks, right? So, and I'm going to show you the toppers that I have so far. Now I'm not topping these today. I'm just doing the mix and putting them into the cauldrons. When I top them, I'm going to use Wonder Bar because that's our favorite bubble frosting recipe. You can use your favorite bubble frosting recipe. I'm just saying Wonder Bar is pretty wonderful. But let me show you. So, okay, so I'm gonna finish these. Let me finish that thought. I'm gonna finish these. I'm gonna finish them on the Face to Face Friday, which is now a Patreon exclusive. So if you want to watch how I finish them, you could join our Patreon if you're interested in that. It's just like a cool way to support us, and so we try to give you like a bunch of little extra things. One of the extra things I decided to throw in is something that I've personally been working on. So I have a book, and that book is strictly bath bombs, and I wanted to. I'm gonna have a second book. I have a second book planned, but I want like a bubble frosting for that second book, and so obviously it can't be Wonder Bar. It has to be something different. So I've been working with something, and I don't have a bubble frosting for it yet. But one of my test products is bubble dough. So I also had a friend who asked, could I create Play-Doh, like bubble bath Play-Doh, which I know that's totally a thing. But I was kind of wondering, like, could I make a bubble dough that's like super like easy to mold, like so it's just like Play-Doh, but it dries hard and can be dropped and doesn't, you know, break them. So I have those little witches hats. I have these like little tiny chocolate bars with like the wrapper coming off of them. Little tiny chocolate bars with the wrapper coming off of them. I just like worked with a bunch of different shapes. I have these little tiny cookies. I have like little, I don't know, I was trying to do hard candy. I couldn't get the hard candy down, but I have like these little drop things. I have some little lollies, swirl things. I have some little tiny pumpkins. Okay, so those are all. My husband last night was like, he wanted a piece of cake, but my son was spending the night with his friend, so I was like, you can't eat his cake, so I made him a little tiny cake. Anyway, I've gotten obsessive with this stuff, playing with it. So what I plan on doing is when the cauldron's done, pipe some bubble frosting on top and kind of like add those little things to it. Obsessed doesn't even cover it. Hi, Danielle, my friend, girl, where you been? Okay. Anyway, that's what I plan on topping it with. So, and because it's a recipe, like I'm just testing it, and I just ended up throwing it into the Bubble Boot Camp, like, and eventually I'll pull it. I was like, hey, if you guys want to test it, because normally I do test groups. You guys, maybe some of you have been part of the test groups for like, we need to test the low humidity recipe. So we put out a call for testers, and then we have like a test group on Facebook, and that goes for several months, and I have people test. So I figured I'd just see if the Patriots, our BFFs, want to test it for me, if they're in the mood. Oh, let me show, when I'm done, I'll show you Cthulhu. Okay, so for the mini boot camp that's going to be September 17th, I have like these creepy pasta bowls planned out, and one of them is going to be Cthulhu, which if you don't know Cthulhu is like, he's creepy. Anyway, so that's why I like ended up, I was like, well, I have to give him the bubble dough recipe just to play with, because Cthulhu was made with bubble dough, so like I can't deny them that. Okay, let's split this. Sorry, I'm like so excited. I was just like gushing. Oh, Holly says hello. Hi, Holly. And Makai, is that, am I saying that correctly? It says so cute. Oh gosh, like last week I felt so bad. Well, I feel bad when like I can't get people's names right, which I know is like probably not the big deal, but it's mostly because I I don't know, because I care. I'm like trying to justify like why I care about names, like because it's your name and I care. Okay, so I'm splitting this. Now I think I only have 8 cauldrons, so I may not have I may have more mix than it takes to fill them. I don't know. I'll have to see. So let's make the first portion orange, and we're gonna do that by using yellow 5 and red 27 lakes. You can also do it using dyes. I prefer lakes. They're easier for me to work with. What you see is what you get with the lake. You're not going to be like standing around guessing. Is this right? I don't know. You don't have to guess like that. Okay. So that was 1.5 heaping teaspoons of yellow 5 and a half teaspoon of red 27. Let's give that a mixy mix and see where we get. The great thing about cauldrons is like they don't have to stay together. You can take your time. There's like almost no pressure with them because it's like, yeah, que sera, sera. Like, whatever happens is gonna be fine. This is a great orange though. This is like a really pumpkin-y orange, for like lack of a better term. Yellow 5 for days. I'm telling y'all, it's like everything's gonna have yellow 5. I ordered too much, and so now everything has yellow 5. I'm like finding a way to sneak it into everything. I even tried to do a red blend that had yellow 5 in it, and it looked actually pretty good. I just decided not to use it for the mini boot camp, but yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of yellow 5. That's all I gotta say about that. So, if you have like, I don't know, if your hands get tired making bath bombs, if it's emotionally and spiritually draining for you to make bath bombs, maybe consider doing cauldron bath bombs. This is the most freeing moment you'll ever have in the process of making bath bombs. It's just making cauldron bath bombs. We could take 3 hours to make them and they would still be fine. I will include a link at the top for the black color study. We're making black right now. For the orange color study. For the blog post, in case my ADHD is a little too difficult for you to follow on what I'm actually doing, for the blog post on cauldron bath bombs, because we did, I want to say 3 different versions last year of cauldron bath bombs. Oh, I need to order some more blue. Should I just go ahead and order a pound of blue so then I'm like even? Come here. Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on. That's why I just can't get my fingers down in there. You need lots of blue 1 and lots of red 40 to make black. So that's why I just made that fairly poor decision to just throw that in there. Yeah. Okay, so have you guys made bath bombs? Have you even heard of bath bombs? They are this new thing that is like sweeping the nation. You're gonna love them. That was a blonde dumb moment. I don't want to say blonde because I know like lots of really smart blondes. It was just that was a me moment. That's what that was. Okay. Anyway, let's see what we have. Now, when you're making black, if you start mixing it and it's looking green, what are you gonna do, kids? Add more red. If you start mixing it and it looks blue, what are you gonna do? Add more red. If you start mixing it and it looks like pink, add more blue. If you start mixing it and it looks purple, add more blue. So the solution is generally add more red or add more blue or add more both. Okay. Look at this. It's looking good. Now, if I was going to make bath bombs with this, I would be a bit concerned because I can still see my little sprinkles of citric acid in there because there's no binder, and usually I go like this and I like squash it together really good to make sure it's all like mixed in there, but it doesn't matter because we're just making cauldrons and it like doesn't matter. It's not going to affect anything. Okay. It's a blue tinged black. I could add some more red 40 to it, I guess. We'll add one more scoop of red 40. The point is, for black, you just keep adding color until it looks black. Because that's what black is in like the pigment color world. Anne says holy color in Batman. Wait, you have to say like holy something color in Batman. You have to have like those two I would say holy bleeding colorant, but I think bleeding is like kind of a, is it like a cuss word? Like saying bloody hell, like in English. Look, I'm just gonna stop. English is my first language. Look, okay. Yeah, but it's funny because if you said holy bleeding color in Batman, because colors bleed, so that would be funny. That's all I'm saying. But that is a good call. I used to work at Starbucks, and I'm not a morning person. I'm not. But I do get like a little bit punch drunk, like a little punchy, when I'm up too early in the morning because my body's just like, my system is like in total shock. It's like, what are you doing? So, and I had to open because I had this, I was a manager, but the other manager had been there longer, so he got to close. So I had to open, which means my little night owl rear end had to be up at like 4:30 every morning. It's not okay, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I would answer the, what is that, drive-thru? I would be like, good morning, welcome to Starbucks. My name is Robyn, and this is Batman, and what can we get for you? I don't know. Anyway, I would always say something about Batman and Robyn. And every now and then you get that person who'd be like, I just want coffee, lady. I'm like, I'm sorry. Somebody needs their coffee. Okay. And additionally, just to make these more fun, I have glitter. I have a bunch of glitter from the Good Glitter Company. I think I'm going to use this one. It's called Pina Colada. It was a summer mix that they had, but I think that it will hit right with this. I also have some other ones. Maybe I'll do this one because it's got some hot pink in there. And I said I was going to use hot pink embeds. So I did these, when I did these like last year, they looked so cool when you like put it in the water and the glitter comes pouring out because it just like kind of floats on top of the water. So here's what we're going to do. Man down. Never leave a man behind except for that one. Goodbye, sir. I'm gonna go like this. Okay, well that's all the glitter we need. That's all in there. It's pretty. It'll be great. I'll leave a link in the description. It is an affiliate link for Good Glitter. I don't know how much. I think they all I care about is that they send me they send me samples. Okay, that's what I really care about. Is they send me samples. I'm gonna put some in here just because, in retrospect, there could always be more. I'm just saying. Oh, Holly says they're night owl too. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Could you do like for like a black white party or like a New Year's Eve party? That's phenomenal. I might have to revisit that. We might have just discovered something together. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is just like this. Gonna scoop some in. Gonna scoop some in. Gonna scoop some in. Oh, let's add an embedder too. Big old bag of embeds. Boop. 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 Then I'm gonna scoop some more in. Then I'm gonna scoop some more in. Then let's scoop some more in. And then that's it. I'm not gonna pack it. That weighs 3.95 ounces. It'll probably lose a little bit of weight, which is 111 grams. Then once, also remember, I'm going to put Wonder Bar on top, or Bubble Bath, whatever your favorite bubble bath is. I'm going to put Wonder Bar on top. And if you have stuff in their eyes, just use a little paintbrush and get it out, and you're good to go. Now let's make a whole bunch more of those. Whoo! Makai? I'm gonna have to learn how to say your name, I'm sorry. Says that it looks amazing. And thank you. I agree. I particularly am fond of the black with the glitter. And the cool thing is, I did say that it's gonna lose weight, but it's probably not gonna lose that much weight when I think about it, because there's no binder. So a bath bomb will, I have a video I've been working on for like longer than it should take me, okay? And it is number one, how to properly test your bath bombs. It's like 3-in-1, so it's like how to properly test bath bombs. So I should probably separate it, because it's like that's probably what's taking me so long, is like trying to make it all like cohesive. But how to properly test bath bombs. So like in a bowl is not the way to test it. The day after it's made is not the way to test it. So anyway, just how to properly test bath bombs, and then also like how bath bombs lose weight, basically. And then it's also originally started out as a video for fine versus coarse SLSA, because that's a question that gets asked like a lot. If you didn't want to top this with bubble frosting, like say you're like, I'm just not into topping things with bubble frosting, you could still leave it just like that. It's still pretty, and just spritz the top in a couple days with some 91% rubbing alcohol. You could actually soak the top a ton, and then you'll be able to turn them over and package them and shrink wrap them and all that good stuff, and they're not gonna, I don't know why I'm weighing these, as though I'm gonna like pour them out if they're not the right weight. Anyway, they're not, they won't fall out after if you do that. So that's just another little hint for you. Oh, like I says, don't worry, German names are not always simple. My older son wants to study in Germany. Actually, he wants to go to the Netherlands, but Germany's like a good first step to getting there. So anyway, I was like, well, you should study German. Like, so we started doing that together. And I'm gonna tell you that my favorite thing ever was discovering that, I've probably said this on a live, was discovering that hydrogen, the German word for hydrogen is Wasserstoff, which it's basically like the literal translation would be water stuff. I loved finding that out. Like, it made me so happy to find that out. Wasserstoff. There's a lot of words that I like with them. It's actually a cool language. I like it. Except for the fact that I'm sure it's like way more complicated than Duolingo has it. Ah, Heather says they made it to a live. Fun. Huzzah. Oh man. I'm like still, so we started the Patreon and we switched to face Friday to like, it is a live, but it's a live via YouTube and it's like a new experience. So I don't like it because it's new, but I'm still going to give it a chance, you know, let it go for a little while. So anytime you do like anything new, you have to like let it go for just a little bit and then see how you feel after a little while. Because in particular, I'm thinking about markets. Like if you've ever done markets, I know it can be like really discouraging the first time you go out there if there's nobody there or you only have like a couple sales. But it's like super important to keep going out there like on a regular basis. For me, I've found that it takes about like 4 months, maybe 6 months of like consistently being at the same, and our the regular market that I used to go to out here was a monthly market, so keep that in mind too. But you have to have time for people to try your product, use it, realize they like it, and also want some more. I think I forgot to put embeds in that one. Oh well. So that is a hard thing to kind of like be patient and wait through. So just know if you're just starting out, especially I know like a lot of people are going to do markets because it's coming up into holiday season. So just know if you're going to markets and you're hitting your first few markets and it's like feels discouraging, like just keep going, because you're going to have those people who try your stuff and love it, but you know, they don't come back out for 3 or 4 months, or sometimes 6 months, or oh, let me get this one that I dropped over here. Or you would be like shocked at how long people keep product without using it. So you just want to make sure, you know, you give it time for people to test it, try it, realize they love it and want more. So just my little words of wisdom from your friend Robyn. But markets can be really hard. And so one of the things for the Patreon that I want to do is like how to prep for a market, like how to know how much to bring, but also like what do you need? Like, do you need a tent? Do you need tent weights? Do you need a tablecloth? What kind of tablecloth do you need? Do you need a table runner? Do you need a banner? Do you need bowls? Do you need clear bowls? Do you need risers? Like, what all do you need? That was a post that I had started a while back and then I just like never finished it. But anyway, I have a bunch of extra. I mean, not a bunch, but I have like a little bit extra. So I might make some of these into that. But I really wanted to do these black and purple. Or I might do some bags, or I might just make it personal use, you know what I'm saying? But here they are. Super easy, super simple. I can't wait to show you how I plan on topping these. Yeah, if you have any questions, make sure that you ask them in the description. I'll go ahead and test one of these and do it like on a video so you guys can see. If anybody's, there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna ask like, how do you tell people how to use them? So I generally say to scrape off the bubble topping and hold that under running water, and then this part they can just dunk in the tub. They can throw it in the tub. It's particularly fun to me. I'm gonna open one of these so I don't tip that guy over in my enthusiasm. Not that I've ever done that. Okay, it's particularly fun to me to take the cauldron, to dip it into the water. This is the water level. Dip it into the water, pull it back up, and then like slowly pour it back out. I'm an adult, and that is fun for me, okay? Like, imagine, number one, you're also an adult, and it's also fun for you. But also, like, kids, they freaking love that. Like, kids are happy with a cup. Like, my kids' bath toys used to be just cups. Just a giant cup, and they just pour water straight into their face, like, up their nose and stuff. And start coughing. Like, kids like that kind of stuff. So this is, like, a lot of fun, very easy to make, and you can do it, too. I'll leave a link in the description to pretty much everything I talked about. If I forgot to leave a link, then make sure that you ask me and I will come back and answer you. And if you would like more content and you want to continue to support us, then consider maybe joining our Patreon. And also, I just want to give a shout out to our freaking awesome Patreon BFFs. You guys are... I'm overwhelmed with like how much your generosity is showing, and I just like appreciate it so much. There's already so much content on there. Probably there are, I would say that there are probably already 6 videos, 3 templates, 3 sprinkle templates, 5 colors, with another color coming today, like custom color studies, just anything that I can throw at you and get it to you extra just to show like our appreciation for it, then I'm going to do that. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the Patreon. If you can't afford it, then don't worry about it. Just hang out with us here on Make With Me Monday, and we appreciate it. We love you. And as always, happy making. Boop.